Hi, my name is Candi Skehan. We're here at Overland Expo East 2021. I'm in the showcase here in the DIY area. I'd like to take you on a tour of my 2015 Jeep Sahara JKU. So this is my Jeep Sahara JKU. I really love it. It's basically a micro camper, and it's been very good to me. My Jeep is a 2015. I didn't do the top until 2017. Until that point, I was just sleeping in the back with the seats laid down on some ultralight camping pillows, and that was it. I had a Pelican Case inside, and I had to take it out and just lock it to the bumper, and I didn't like that anymore, so I decided it's time for an upgrade. Let's take you on a tour and show you around a little bit. We did upgrade to BFG KO2s. They are on stock rims. This vehicle is largely stock. I will say that once we put the camper top on, the shocks they were stock and they didn't seem to be able to handle the weight as well as we would have liked. So I did replace those with Fox 2.0s. Everything that's on this vehicle that is complete except for the top itself was done in our driveway to include the shocks. We did everything ourselves. So moving around to the back, something really unique about this particular vehicle, the Sahara came with plastic bumpers. I kept the stock bumper in the rear, and I actually turned it into a water holding tank. It holds about 7 gallons of water. So all I did was I drilled 2 holes in the bottom for drain holes, which are 1.5 inches each, and a 3-inch hole in the top of the bumper as a refill. And I did that size simply because of the size of the water pump. This is just standard from Amazon. It's about $40. It's very inexpensive, and like I said, it's USB rechargeable. So I have a shower room that I can put to the side here, and I get very good water pressure, and I can take showers on the road as I need to, and I can wash dishes, and I really like that feature a lot, and it's probably the most unique thing on the vehicle. I've also got here, this is where all my wet storage goes. So I've got a filter here, I've got a length of hose in there, and it's also where my shower goes, so nothing wet goes inside of the Jeep at all. I have a drop-down tailgate table, which I really like. This is also homemade. I did a utensil rack, and I just went to the hardware store and purchased this piece of aluminum that was already done, and I cut it to how I needed it, and then I wove the elastic in, and it's never failed me. It's been in here since 2017. It's gotten a lot of use. Something else I use too, a lot of people haven't heard of it, and I'm very surprised. It's a 12-volt oven. And whenever I get to camp, I have a nice hot meal, and I really enjoy that. I actually carry 6 gallons of water here. So I went to the hardware store and I picked up a piece of rubberized sewage piping, which has metal rings on it that actually enabled me to secure this around the roll bar. So the next thing that I did after I put this rubberized piece on was I bought 2 quick fists, that's what they're called, and it's actually fire extinguisher size, which helped carry the weight of the water that I'm asking it to hold. These are 2-gallon Rotopacks that I have on here, so they needed to be able to hold some weight. I wrapped those around the rubberized part. I had to do that because the cloth, I was afraid that it would slip with the weight of the water. So one of the other things that I did as far as an upgrade goes is I upgraded to a refrigerator. It's a 25 quart. I started out like most other people do though with a very inexpensive cooler. My biggest problem with it was that it didn't hold ice for more than a day on a hot day. So it eventually became my dry box. So I came up with this paracord system here that I ended up just tying knots into. I use carabiners to hold the bags on, and I've got garlic and onions, potatoes, bananas, and whatever else I've got fresh on hand that day. This is an ARB awning with a cabin room, and I really like the mosquito netting on here. It really helped whenever I went through Alaska because there was a lot of bugs. It's very easy for me to take in and set up all by myself. That was part of the point of my build, was actually something that I could manage independently. It's a great place to put my dog too. This is my dog. This is Duke. Duke, say hi. Hi, Duke. So one of the other features that I really like that I've done on this is the rain guards. I've done 2 of them to the front and then 2 to the rear as well. There's also an insert that I have that's completely separate, and it was actually made by a separate company, and it's steel, and it just slides up into the window here. The top here is really neat, and it's really key to my build because it's what turns it into a micro camper, basically. The whole thing, they took the hard top and they replaced it with something completely different that included the tent. There's interior access, and what I really like about it is the fact that I'm really traveling alone most of the time, and I can get inside, get upstairs, and lock the doors. I really like that fact. There's a lot of security in that for me. The bed is a little bit wider than a full-size bed, and it's 7 feet long. The interior access also allows me to change my clothes whenever I need to. I can cook in here. It's what makes it the micro camper. This is one of the reasons why I got the Ursa Minor. The Ursa Minor has so much space in it. I can actually get dressed, I can change my clothes, do whatever I need, get comfortable, cook, and that's it. So if you're wondering how the bed works, there's 2 panels that slide into place to create your bed space. So you can go from standing to bed in no time at all. One of the other things that I did that I'm very happy with now, although initially I was very hesitant to do it, was the removal of my rear seats for my floor plate system. It enables me to store things, including my clothing, dog food, and I keep them in dry bags so that in case I come in and it's raining and my feet are wet or something like that, nothing gets compromised. Everything is protected. Space is at a premium here in the Jeeps. So I actually have some bags from Blue Ridge Overland Gear that I really like that I use for things like my nail kit. I do have a small makeup bag because, you know, we're not savages and I am a female. I also keep my toothbrush supplies and anything else that I might need to have immediate access to in the morning that I really don't want to dig around for. It's a very convenient place to put them. One of my very favorite pieces of bra gear is actually right above my head and conveniently located all the time. It is my Molly Visor panel. It's got Molly's on the front, which I keep chapstick on. It's got a zipper for all any important paperwork that I need to get to. And then it's also got some Velcro on the back so I can put patches from bra. So something else that I really like are my seat covers. They are Molly back panels, and they've actually increased the comfort of my seats by a lot. I spend a lot of hours sometimes driving on the road to get to where I need to get to, and they've made a really big difference in my comfort level and storage. There's zipper pockets around the fronts and the backs, and there's Molly's all the way around, so I can actually attach little bags for little things like bear spray. I carry bear spray in one. I carry hand sanitizer in this one here. Whenever I was traveling through Alaska on the Dalton Highway, I used my CB radio quite a bit. The truckers are very considerate about actually telling you that they're coming around the corners on these dangerous roads. It's really great to be able to have the ability to hear them. So this is where I have it. We actually mounted the CB radio inside the center console so I can hide it away and lock it away if I need to. I also carry a ham handheld backup, just in case, because you never know. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of my Jeep JKU. If you'd like to follow along on my adventures, you can find me on Instagram at ChicksDoIt2.